We have all of our space templates, some new stuff with like Rovo creating these spaces, which I think is kind of irrelevant and useless. And then some enterprise stuff with templates. I wish we had that on non-enterprise Jira versions, but here we are. And then we have all of our categories. Now, I actually just skip these entirely and literally never look at them. The reason I never look at them is because they're a little bit confusing and I don't want to say misleading, but they don't really give you the desired outcome in every scenario. So I'll actually show you a little bit of a trick that I use, and that is to skip all of this and go straight to the product. And I'll break this down very, very simply. There's really only 3, maybe 4 types of products if you want to include product discovery, and then really only 3 to 4 different spaces you should be creating. Now, let's go over to Jira first because that's probably going to be the maybe slightly more complex one, and then we'll go over the simpler ones. So if you're a development team, if you're a software team, if you're running any kind of Scrum, any kind of sprints, you're only going to have one option. You're going to click Jira and you're going to choose Scrum. That's it. There's literally nothing else here. So you're going to pick Scrum, and that's going to allow you to run sprints, to run really whatever you want with a backlog board, etc. If you don't run sprints in your development or software team, you're going to pick Kanban instead. So those are really your only 2 options if you're a software team. Now, even if you create the wrong one, or let's say you want to use sprints later, not a problem. You could actually change that later. I'll show you how in just a moment. But either one of those are going to be fine. Now, the big thing to watch out for is if you're not a development team or you're not a software team, what you're going to want to go to is the blank space, which is an entirely different thing. I'll show you exactly what they look like on the back end in just a second, but if you pick a Scrum or Kanban versus a blank space, you will not be able to kind of revert and go back and forth between them. You'll be forced to start from the ground up and run a full migration into a new space if that is needed. So if you're not a software development team, or if you're not doing any kind of sprint work, your only other option here for project management, for task management, for really anything else, PMO work, is just going to be blank space, and that's it. Nothing else. That's going to give you a clean slate to work off of. And really the confusing part to me here is that all of these are mixed in, but they're different space types. So this is called a business space, the blank one, and these are called software spaces. And then all of these different templates kind of mix and match both, which makes it super confusing, unfortunately, but that's just where we are. So if you're a software development team, Kanban or Scrum, if you're not, blank space. Real quick, I know this looks like a lot. And if you'd rather just have me and my team help implement exactly what I'm showing you in this video, that is exactly what we do. If you're interested, hit the first link in the description below.